What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll bring it back. Delivers the stiff arm. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Conditions. They'll go to the toss. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Caught over the middle, it's Reynolds. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. Still running at the 40. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Oh, they're after him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. Five-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a five-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ivy. He didn't quite make it to the sticks, and it'll bring up a fourth down from the 42.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reynolds. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver. He catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
They'll go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Look out, he's got room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll run it. It's Gibson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now they'll try the right side. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Ivy. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll run it to the right side. They've got him in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of pretty much what he got on the previous play.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on 1st down TFL, 2nd down TFL. Now you set up 3rd and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Fox. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Jordan. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Fox. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The give to the back. Got room to work.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They feed him again. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The Nittany Lions are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He'll set up to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Powers through the defender. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Scanning the field, it's Fox. Gets open down the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Off play action on first down. He fires one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On third down, going up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Denmark.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. And the returner will be brought down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Fox. That's caught. It's Fowler. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Now the play fake. Going up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he's got it at the 25. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to pass, it's Fox. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Fowler. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Quickly to the tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. Right now, they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He uncorks one deep. He's got it. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the 3rd quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
Keeps it on the draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Duke came in and applied their own mute button on this crowd. They silenced one of the most vocal home field advantages in football. And it's clear this Blue Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Fox. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. The toss to the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. They boot it away. And it'll be downed right there.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Here's the handoff. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Strockett. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the Trojans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get through.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in 4th speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
The short hands, it's Jordan. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short. The bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking downfield, it's Fox. Caught over the middle, it's Jordan. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Here we go. Looking for space, it's Jordan. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. He's going to run it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll come through on 3rd down. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give and tick, 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 tick. There he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Running to Green. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Going to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.